In this video, I need to share the importance of seeing a psychiatrist. In my own life, I faced a very severe battle with bipolar 1, and it took many trips to different psychiatrists and trying lots of medicine before eventually I found a terrific psychiatrist, and I found the right therapy, medications, and support groups to rebuild my life. During my times of mania, I had hallucinations and paranoia and delusions. It was a really rough, rocky time. I missed school, I had no friends. It was a really challenging, almost depressing, sad time, but when I found the right medicine and I started to work in therapy and rebuilding my life, things eventually got better. I would go on to finish high school and then college and eventually get my master's degree in social work, helping people in a psychiatric hospital as well as in a youth center, and I eventually began my own practice helping those with mental health issues. And in the journey, I've had a lot of amazing things happen, like Dr. Drew and me educating college kids about bipolar disorder. I've traveled doing talks about bipolar and mental illness, and I even wrote the best-selling book, Beating Bipolar. And I want to tell you that you don't have to be scared of seeing a psychiatrist. If you have a mental health issue, you might think that it's worse to, get help. But the reality is, when you find a good doctor and you find the right medicine and you find the right therapist and you work, life can and often will improve. When you pretend and hide it and make it go away by doing the wrong thing, like drugs or alcohol, or trying to mask the pain by different behaviors, you end up making your life a lot worse. I wrote a new book. I lost my little brother this year to a heroin overdose, which ripped my heart basically out, losing him at 27 years old this year. My book is called Depression, Bipolar, and Heroin, Lessons Learned from Losing My Brother to Addiction. It talks a lot about mental health and mental illness, as well as depression and addiction. And I think it's a great guide for anyone that wants to learn how to deal with different problems. You can find the book exclusively on Amazon. It's going to be out this August 2014, and in September 2014, which is National Recovery Month, we partnered with the National Alliance on Mental Illness to donate 20% of the proceeds of the book in September to the National Alliance on Mental Illness. They run local support groups throughout the country. You can find out a lot on their website. You can also learn about the coaching we do to help those with mental illness and addiction. Our website is called bipolaronline.com. That's bipolaronline.com. And again, check out the book, Depression, Bipolar, and Heroin, because it shares a lot of lessons. And one of the biggest ones is to have faith and hope in God, because sometimes you face a real dark, challenging time, whether it be with mental illness or addiction, but when you get that hope and that encouragement to keep pressing on, maybe you can rebuild your life. I was able to do it with mine. I'm happily married. I have 2 children, and it's been a great journey. And the best lesson I can say is just don't give up. Keep going. Have some faith, and maybe you can get your life back on track. Thanks.